That's when the ACLU contacted city leaders addressing concerns about them using the name of Jesus during their prayers. Down the street at a high rate of speed, stopping at this mailbox. The Sheriff's Department arrested 26 people this morning.
Kids may not be ready for that, but retailers are.
You can now add New York to the list of states that are now allowing same-sex unions. Then put the car in reverse and ran straight into this home. Animal control officers taking more than 75 pets from a home in Greenville. He was riding with several people here to the police station when one of them got out. Now the weather's been like a yo-yo. First it was really hot, and then today it wasn't so hot. Search group who spent hours and hours searching for Kaylee Anthony is now suing her mother Casey.
There we go.
I didn't know what to expect.
It's tight.
How do you feel?
It's okay.
My opponent,
This is gonna be different.
extra weight.
Look like unnatural to me.
Now we begin in Greensboro, where 17 people are trying to keep the Christmas spirit after their apartments caught fire late last night. They live in the Spring Manor Apartments, a complex near the intersection of West Meadowview and Randleman Roads. And that's where we find our Fox 8's Lindsay Eason. And Lindsay, any word on how this fire started? Fire officials in Lexington got an early start this Christmas Eve. A fire destroyed an abandoned home on Raleigh Road. Now, investigators say the fire broke out shortly after 9 a.m. this morning. Crews were able to put it out a short time later. Right now, some Lexington firefighters are working 24-hour shifts through the holiday weekend. We caught up with one who has 2 kids and will be working on Christmas Day as well. He told us it's all a part of the job. Meanwhile, President Obama is spending Christmas in Hawaii. It's been his family tradition since he took office. Now, he was late getting there, though. He had to wait for Congress to extend payroll tax cuts first. Air Force One landed in Hawaii Friday evening. The president wasted very little time getting into vacation mode. No sooner did the motorcade take the president to the Obama's rental home here, then he was back on the road heading out to dinner with family and friends. The president and the First Lady recorded a Christmas message for the nation before their vacation began. There's been more than 25,000 security breaches since November of 2001. That's an average of about 7 per day. Craig Boswell explains why the TSA says those numbers are misleading. Investigators in Johnston County arrested a man and 2 women they say were involved in a scheme where the man paid to have sex with a teenager. Deputies charged Johnny Thornton with first-degree rape, conspiracy, and assault. Investigators say he paid Teresa Page to allow the rape and abuse of a 15-year-old girl. Page is charged with felony child abuse by prostitution. Thornton's daughter-in-law is accused of helping with the assault and is charged with conspiracy. All 3 are in jail. Animal control officers take in more than 75 pets from a home in Greenville. They say they found dozens of dogs tied down without water in the extreme heat. Unfortunately, some of those dogs had to be put down. Pitt County Animal Control visited the home nearly a year ago, and at that time the person living there had just a third of the number of animals taken in yesterday. Officers say the animals may have come from shelters in different parts of the state. Dangerous heat wave is gripping much of the nation. Temperatures are expected to reach 104 degrees in parts of Texas today. And as Rob Marciano tells us, the southeast will be in the upper 90s with all sorts of heat-related problems. A Moore County man has admitted to killing 8 people inside a Carthage nursing home, but his attorneys say at the time Robert Stewart was under the influence of prescription drugs and alcohol. Well, those big rigs rumbled down the highway, burning a lot of fuel, and with diesel prices even higher than gas prices, any bit of fuel saved is a huge relief for truckers' wallets.
New device.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for watching. Access Hollywood starts now. We checked 4 different gas stations in Greensboro and High Point. Now we're here at the Hess and Wilco off of Guilford College Road, where as of last night around 7 o'clock, gas was going for $3.19 a gallon. Now it's going for $3.28, and that is still too much for some. Some drivers told me they're at their breaking point.
At $3.15?
How much?
I wouldn't even think about a car.
It's too much.
It's scary.
To pay for gas.
Because I have to go to the mall and I have to get my hair done. I'm just going to have to sacrifice and pay for the gas.
Gas prices around the Piedmont keep going up.
It's ridiculous.
Rising close to 13 cents in the past week.
Well, I just try not to get too upset about that. I know they're going to go up and back down, and they just keep doing that.
Got to grin and bear it.
Frustration is the new norm.
$20 and you wasting your time.
It's too expensive now because I have a Ford Windstar and I'm putting like $65 in it to fill it up.
Concern over why it's happening.
I've read in the paper about Libya now.
And is it Egypt?
You know, kind of expected it.
I'll walk.
And how to cope with it.
I could be carrying 50 pounds with me, but I'll walk. Fortunately, I got good legs.
But we've seen this before.
I can remember when Katrina happened, and it was just, it was literally costing me $80, and that's what I'm afraid it's going to happen again.
So how much is too much?
These gas prices are going to hit $5 a gallon.
People say, when cigarettes get to be $1 a pack, I'm going to quit smoking. But you don't, and you can't quit driving.
We'll have to see.
Any way you look at it, it alters our way of life every time.
Now, some people we talked to say they've discussed carpooling to work or school and even around town if gas prices continue to rise. Live in Greensboro, Brandon Jones, Fox 8 News. Police say he was riding with several people here to the police station when one of them got out to try to bail her husband out of jail. When she came back to her car, it was gone.
We had to put the stuff in till so no squirrels or anything get in here.
Tanya Roberts and her boyfriend Clyde Austin are uncovering what police say this man left behind.
We were sitting right there watching TV. It was crazy.
Burlington police say 40-year-old Jeffrey Farrington, who had been drinking, was in the back seat of Lisa Summers' 1991 Honda Accord when they pulled up in the parking lot of the Burlington police station. Police say when she got out, he hopped in the driver's seat and took off. Police say Farrington drove 4 to 5 miles throughout the city before turning here on Holland Avenue, where he knocked out a street sign, took out a fire hydrant, and even several mailboxes. He then proceeded down the street at a high rate of speed, stopping at this mailbox. Neighbors say he then put the car in reverse and ran straight into this home.
The front part was all smashed in, and it was into the brick.
Farrington also hit several cars before getting out of the Accord. Investigators say he shot at one of the neighbors who tried to stop him. Farrington was arrested minutes later. Teresa Bryant, who saw everything from her front porch, is breathing a sigh of relief.
If he was under the influence, you didn't have no business driving on any given day. And then speeding to that amount, that's ridiculous.
As for the damage to Clyde and Tanya's home,
we don't know. I don't know how much it's going to be. I figured 5,000 or 6,000 maybe.
It's now a constant reminder of something that could have turned out much worse.
It was scary. Definitely scary.
Now, no one was injured. Farrington is facing 6 counts of hit and run, along with driving while impaired, driving with a revoked license, and several other charges. Live in Burlington, Brandon Jones, Fox 8 News. Yeah, that's right, Bob, and those are not the only charges. People have also been charged with larceny. Now, the Sheriff's Department arrested 26 people this morning. We're talking about a total of 150 charges. Now, I'm here on Kilby Street where one of the 26 were arrested this morning, and neighbors say that's one too many.
These are the people that the people in the community see are affected by directly every day.
They're street-level criminals. The Alamance County Sheriff's Department has a long list of people now off the street.
They are the lower level in the chain of events here, selling the drugs hand-to-hand on the street level.
The Sheriff's Department arrested 26 people out of the 36 they've been investigating for nearly a year in what they call Operation Safe Streets. This initiative began when citizens in Alamance County began calling and complaining over illegal activity in their neighborhood.
I don't put up with this stuff. I'll have the law out here in this heartbeat. I'm not going to put up with it. It's not for me. It's not for anybody else's house.
John Hughes lives on Kilby Street in Burlington and just feet away from where law enforcement caught one criminal this morning, 31-year-old Margaret Daughtry. She's charged with selling and delivering heroin.
This is just kind of different for me. My grandkids still walk in the neighborhood and whatnot, so it's not something that I would have been concerned about.
Officers made additional arrests on Front Street and Gant Road. This investigation led to other charges of cockfighting and car break-ins. Operation Safe Street is far from over. It'll continue until all 36 are in custody. But for now, people like John have hope for change. Now, the Sheriff's Department is asking that you give them a call if you see or suspect any illegal activity in your neighborhood.
I think it is very slow. I think it's depressed.
You know, paycheck to paycheck, paying rent, paying the bills.
Economy.
I was laid off from Dell in May.
The buzzword at Big League Haircuts in High Point.
In this economy, we need all the help we can get because we all know someone or have family members or friends that are going through the same thing.
Now there might be reason to hope.
I think it's very exciting. I think we need some good news in our environment.
An unknown company may bring several hundred jobs to this site on Eagle Hill Drive in High Point.
I think it's absolutely wonderful wonderful.
Heck yeah, that's a new job. And not only that, it's a job that's going to stimulate people buying.
There's a lot of abandoned real estate out there.
The city says this could lead to the largest job announcement in over a decade.
It is a total cause for optimism.
But optimism,
When all these companies come in, they promise the world.
with some hesitation.
When the markets change slightly, they're out very quickly.
High Point plans to use a $400,000 incentives package to lure the company in.
I don't know that I'm completely for the kind of incentives that cities generally pay for a large company.
A company others feel the city needs.
Because it's bad everywhere. It's not just in High Point.
In High Point, Brandon Jones, Fox 8 News.
Gloves, my friend.
When I walked into Fitness One in Kernersville, I didn't know what to expect.
It's tight.
How do you feel?
It's okay.
My opponent,
This is going to be different.
extra weight.
Look like a natural to me.
The solution,
Great exercise.
mixed martial arts.
You'll feel it in a second. Oh, I know I will.
Fitness One trainer Josh Tufty says
All right,
MMA
buddy. So you left-handed or right-handed?
is a great ab
The
workout.
first punch is a jab. Good. Try it again. Good.
It increases strength in your lower back, biceps,
There you go.
and triceps.
I'm going to do 2 checks afterwards, just kind of to the side of the head. And all you're going to do.
So you're going to hit me doing that?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Partner. There you go. What's that?
Wait, sure, you got to slow down.
All right.
This workout is so intense, I could almost feel the calories falling off.
You can burn about 800 to 1,000 calories in a kickboxing class.
Good job. All right.
As opposed to a light walk on the treadmill is about 250, 270 calories.
It was time to work on my jab cross movement.
There you go. Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. It takes everybody a little while to get used to the idea of throwing punches and blocking and everything like that.
Until the next round.
He's blocking on my punch. He's cheating.
This workout makes you feel like you're sparring.
All right, round 2.
Let's go. But people of all ages can enjoy MMA, and if you do it on a regular basis, you'll become the Piedmont's newest lean ultimate fighter.
You're blocking everything.
In Kernersville, Brandon Jones, Fox 8 News.
Shoulder roll, baby.